Race 6 on Saturday at Santa Anita is the $200,000 Unusual Heat Turf Classic. It's a 1 1/8 on grass for older horses. This is the second leg of the mandatory payout pick 6. Races 5 through 10 are the pick 6 sequence on Saturday. Mandatory payout for the 20-cent wager. You probably have to spend a little bit of money to get past the Unusual Heat Turf Classic. You certainly have to spend money to get past the first leg, a dismal, grim Calbred maiden claiming race. That was race number 5. But race 6, the Unusual Heat Turf Classic, the defection of graded stakes winner Acclimate, he's going to wait for a graded stakes race at a longer distance later this meet, kind of took a little bit of the starch out of this race. And in the absence of Acclimate, graded placed Indian Peak, stakes winner Indian Peak, is likely to inherit favoritism. The 9-year-old veteran Camino Del Paraiso will represent the senior citizen set. This is Camino Del Paraiso's third try at the Pacific Classic. He finished second in this race in 2018, was 9th in this race in 2019. There's a look at the field. I would expect Indian Peak to start favored based on his recent form against better horses. Camino Del Paraiso is in top form, and there's another horse in this race that's on a 17-race losing streak that I can't wait to wager on. Sounds crazy, I know, but number 2, Margo's Boy, is in top form right now. And with Acclimate out of this race, the pace is going to come up soft, and Margo's Boy conceivably could make an easy lead. And if he does, he potentially could be long gone and break a long losing streak. Let's first talk about the whole class of the field, and that's Indian Peak. He is a 5-year-old gelding, 6 for 22, and he's trained by Ruben Alvarado. His most recent start was not good. It was a main track race. It was during the wet weather here in Southern California, and they moved the San Gabriel from grass to dirt, and Indian Peak did not handle it at all. But 2 starts back, his third-place finish in the Seabiscuit down at Del Mar. Let's take a look at the stretch run. Indian Peak is going to rally wide on the far outside, and he's going to fall short. He'll finish third by less than 1 length, but the 1-2 finishers, Field Pass and Sacred Life, either one of those 2 horses would be odds on in the race in which Indian Peak is running on Saturday. Yeah, he gets outfinished. He got outfinished by 2 better horses. Saturday, he drops in class to face California breds and Indian Peak with John Velasquez, who's been a joy to watch ride this winter at Santa Anita. John Velasquez will be aboard, and Indian Peak is likely the class of the field. Let's talk about the old timer in the field. It's Camino Del Paraiso, 9 years old and trying to win the Turf Classic, trying for the 3rd time to win the Turf Classic. He fell short 2 previous starts, but he enters this year's edition in absolutely peak form. As we take a look at his most recent start, it was on synthetic at Golden Gate Fields in the Berkeley Handicap, a grade 3. And yeah, Camino Del Paraiso makes the lead in the stretch. Looks like right here like he's going to win this race, but he gets worn down late by Freeport Joe, who wins this race going away. The winner, Freeport Joe, came back in his very next start to win again with a 91 buyer speed figure, thereby validating the form of Camino Del Paraiso. The point is, Camino Del Paraiso got beat by a good horse who flattered the race by winning again in his very next start. Camino Del Paraiso can do synthetic. He can do grass. He's 9 years old. I'm not sure he's as fast as he was early in his career. I'm not sure he's not either. And he's a tough son of a gun who has started 45 times, won 9 races, and finished second 13 times. You have to respect the old timer. But the gamble in the race, I brought it up earlier, he's on a long losing streak. It's Margo's Boy. And there are a couple reasons to like this horse, not the least of which is the pace scenario. With no Acclimate in this race, there's no real true front runner in the field, except perhaps for Margo's Boy. Now you look at Margo's Boy's past performances, and he's not necessarily a front runner, but he might be on Saturday because there's really no clear-cut front runner in this field. Maybe Margo's Boy makes the lead, and his most recent start was very good. It was on dirt down at Los Alamitos on December 4th. And let's watch the stretch run of Margo's boy finishing second again. He loves to finish second on the far outside. He actually rallies wide and makes the lead by a half length in mid-stretch. But like he has done many times before, he could not quite finish the job. The horse to his inside, Vittorio, re-rallies and defeats Margo's boy in a photo finish by a neck was the margin. Vittorio is a contender on Friday in race number 7, a non-winners twice other than on the main track at Santa Anita. And if Vittorio runs as well as many of us expect, that will validate the form of Margo's boy. Look, Margo's boy might finish second or third again, and I have to confess I've chased him a number of times. I'm going to chase him again on Saturday because Margo's boy, who's my second preference behind Indian Peak, the pace scenario works in his favor. He is in top form. He could be, I'm hoping, a little bit of a price. Can we maybe get 5 or 6 to 1 on Margo's boy? I don't know. That's what it's going to take. If he goes off at 3 to 1, all bets are off. Forget it. But in the middle odds range, 5 or 6 to 1 on a potential pace play, I look for Margo's boy to at least outrun his odds. The class of the field is Indian Peak. The gamble of the field might be Margo's boy in race number 6 on Saturday at Santa Anita.